To connect Trello to N8N, open your browser, go to N8N.io, log into your account, and once your workspace loads, click Create Workflow and give it a descriptive name. Then click the plus button to add a node, search for Trello, and select the Trello node. When the Settings panel appears, click the Credentials field, choose Create New Credential, select Trello API if prompted, and click Connect or Authorize. You'll be taken to Trello's login page, sign in if needed, review the permissions it requests, and click Allow to authorize N8N. After that, return to the N8N editor, and you'll see your new credential selected in the Credentials field. That's the core connection done. Now, under Resource, choose Card, and under Operation, select Create. Click the board field, pick your test board, then choose the list where the new card should go. Enter a title and optionally add a description, due date, or assign a member. Review everything, click Execute Step, and when it finishes, go open Trello in your browser, navigate to that board, and you should see your new card appear in the correct list. Come back to N8N, modify the card info if you like, run it again, and verify the update. Then connect any other nodes you need, save the workflow, click Test Workflow, check the execution log for errors, fix anything that looks wrong, save again, and activate the workflow. Once it's live, trigger it and confirm that Trello updates automatically. Let me unpack why this integration is so valuable and walk you through the details so you can do more than just connect. You can build automations that genuinely save you time. Trello is built around boards, lists, and cards, which makes it perfect for organizing projects, tracking tasks, and managing teams. N8N, on the other hand, is a workflow automation tool that connects hundreds of apps without requiring you to write code. When you link them, you stop manually creating cards, updating due dates, moving tasks between lists, or notifying team members. Instead, N8N does all of that automatically when a specific event happens, like someone submitting a contact form, a project status changing, or a new email arriving. For example, you could automatically create a Trello card every time a customer fills out a support request on your website, with their name, issue description, and priority level already filled in. Or you could move a card from in progress to review when a status changes in your CRM. You could even sync customer requests from a Google Sheet, create cards from AI-generated content, or notify your Slack channel whenever a high-priority task appears. The Trello node supports a wide range of operations, creating and updating cards, retrieving boards and lists, moving cards between lists, adding comments, assigning members, setting due dates, and more. And once you've connected your Trello account once, you can reuse those same credentials across multiple workflows, so you only have to authorize it one time. Alam start building, it's crucial to set yourself up for success. Do not experiment on your team's active production board. Create a dedicated testing board instead. This is the single best practice I can share. Make a fresh board called something like N8N testing and use it to create cards, move tasks, update information, and test your workflow logic. That way, if something goes wrong, and it might the first time, you won't accidentally mess up your real projects. Once you're confident everything works, you can switch the workflow to your production board. Also, design your Trello board structure before you build the automation. Think about your lists. Most teams use something like To Do, In Progress, Review, and Complete. But you might also want labels for priority, due dates, custom fields, or member assignments. Planning this ahead of time makes field mapping in N8N much easier and keeps your project management process consistent. When you set up your Trello node, you'll see fields for board, list, title, description, due date, and members. Knowing exactly what you want in each field from the start avoids confusion later. One common mistake is trying to combine multiple steps into a single workflow before testing each action individually. Always test each Trello operation on its own first. If you're creating a card, verify that it appears in the correct list with the right title and description. If you're updating a card, make sure only the intended card is modified, not a different one, or all of them. If you're moving cards between lists, confirm the workflow selects the correct destination. Testing each step separately makes troubleshooting much easier, and it reduces the likelihood of unexpected errors when you add more complexity. Another tip, use descriptive names everywhere. Name your workflow something like Create Card from New Email. Name your nodes clearly and give your credentials a meaningful label. When you have multiple workflows running, clear naming conventions make it much easier to maintain, update, and debug them. especially when you're juggling several automations that look similar on the surface. Finally, build your Trello automation with future expansion in mind. Many workflows start simple, just creating a card. But as you get comfortable, you'll likely want to add more. Maybe a Gmail trigger to watch for specific emails, a Slack notification when a card is moved to done, a Google Sheet step to log each created card, or an AI service to generate descriptions automatically. Keeping your workflow organized from the beginning, documenting important configurations, and planning for those integrations will make your automations much easier to scale and improve over time. So, to recap, you've now connected Trello to N8N, authorized your account, configured the Trello node, created and verified a test card, and prepared your workflow for more advanced automations. The benefit is that you're no longer stuck doing repetitive manual updates. Your boards can now stay accurate and current without you lifting a finger. As a next step, try triggering your workflow from something like a webhook or a Google form submission, and see how automatically creating cards from external events transforms your team's efficiency. If you ever need to come back to these steps, bookmark this video or save it to a playlist. Thanks for sticking with me through the whole process.